they bring you and put you in a hotel with the intention that you'll be talking to yourselves. Oh, let's have meeting. Nigeria, look, tomorrow, what are you going to say? We can't even do that. So I'm quite optimistic. I think that is the way to go in the 21st century. Regionalism is being done everywhere. We can't be left out. If we leave ourselves out, it's our own problem. We will suffer. We will pay expensive for it. But the problems, I don't also lose sight of the problems. I recognize that there are very big problems and we have to go gradual. It will be painful. Cabral, I was reading Cabral yesterday. He's got a paper, the weapon of theory. Read it, it's very, very interesting. And Cabral seems to have the military solution, like Fidel Castro or Che Guevara. But the military solution will not work today. We need democracy. We should deepen democracy, the rule of law. Civil society should be strengthened. Human rights. All these are very important ingredients. Once we do these, nations become democratic. We respect rights. We empower, especially women. Because women empowerment is very, very poor. They are so disempowered. Once we do all these things, gradually, by and large, we shall be going. You mentioned leadership. Somebody mentioned leadership. Not just broad political leadership. Africa is also suffering from intellectual leadership. The intellectual leaders. Anywhere in Europe, the ideas of integration and all that, European Union, were discussed and researched in the universities. Very well. So we lack the intellectual leadership. It has to go together with the political leadership. The African intellectuals don't even have the money to do research. In some universities, my friends in Malawi, he was teaching political science, they came and arrested him. That what he was teaching wasn't good for the state. With all these difficulties in Africa. So I think leadership is important, intellectual leadership. That should drive, So I'm an optimist, really. But very, very realistic. I'm realistic.
What do you think about Paul Kagame leadership? Governing
Rwanda. Yeah. I think his fight against corruption, he's doing well. The fight against corruption. Don't forget, Rwanda had a terrible civil war. The Hutus and the Tutsis, and over 1 million people who are living side by side for centuries. The radio station, the journalists made very bad statements, and then they started killing them. So after that, Rwanda was weak. There was mistrust. The Tutsis and the Hutus couldn't live side by side any longer, but Kagame tried to patch up, and he tried to fight corruption. I think recently I read that there are problems there now, but I think he has done better than most African governments. I mean, Museveni, and our father in Zimbabwe. Museveni came to power. He was teaching at the university in Tanzania. He went to school there, then he became a guerrilla war. He used a gun, they did a revolution. He was talking about democratic revolution, socialist revolution, all of them. See what he's doing now. See what he's doing now. He's now very wealthy. He accumulated money. He doesn't want to lose power. And I can't understand. I don't understand that. You've been leader for over 20 years. You've got all the money. Why can't you go away? So Kagame, I don't know what you think, but I think that his record is better, especially given the circumstances of a nation that just came from war, of the destruction, the human suffering, the mistrust, the fact that even the state itself, was deeply mistrusted by some of the ethnic groups. And so he tried to patch up, he tried to take them out of this. It was not just a war, it was ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing, one ethnic group killing the other. That's what was happening. And so, the West, the French, were all said to be responsible for the war. So I think he in Africa, if you compare him to Zuma, Jacob Zuma, all he does is to marry wife after wife. He has about 5 wives. He's not even serious. Nigeria, leadership. You are there. They say, if you go to Abuja, I was in Abuja last 2 weeks. They have everything. Everything. And yet.
And do you think that accountability can be one of the ways to succeed?
Yes. Yes.
It seems that, for instance, in Cape Verde, we have leaders, if they are not accountable for
whatever they do.
Yes, they do. So
yes, accountability.